Let's go ahead and toss to Jalen. He's got a great story for us today. We all know that first responders see and experience some of the most horrendous things in our world. Those experiences often can lead to several types of mental health issues. That's why the Greensboro Fire Department assembled a peer support group. WFNY News' Jalen Gilkey went to learn more.
Founded in 2016, the Greensboro Fire Department's peer support group was designed as a safe space for firefighters to decompress and vent, whether that be work-related or personal.
In my 23 years on the job, it has become increasingly more evident of the need for behavioral health resources.
That's exactly why the Greensboro Fire Department created their peer support group.
As firefighters, we come into situations that could be what we call potentially traumatic events. And those events could cause us stress in our life because they're not normal situations you would see.
That includes incidents like the deadly house fire on Glenside Drive in Greensboro that claimed the lives of 2 young children.
We are a resource for our members, so in case they do start to have some issues, they have someone that they can talk to. They're not dealing with this by themselves. And we are a bridge to other resources, professional help, whatever in their life would be beneficial for them.
Those resources include, but are not limited to, self-help groups for addiction, marriage or couples therapy, access to financial advisors, as well as clinical counselors like Amanda Chills.
So when you have the support inside with someone they trust, it's so much easier to work with someone who they like, who they know, who they trust, which is how we've honestly gotten a lot of first responders is through, we started with one.
This peer support group may not catch every issue that exists amongst the ranks, but they do what they can to help as many as they can.
So this process being normalized has helped reduce the stigma in our department to where it's more normal that people are seeking out resources so they can get help for themselves and others.
I often think about first responders and firefighters when we hear about really just traumatic situations, children dying in house fires, children dying in car accidents. All of the firefighters, I imagine, are impacted by this, but to be a firefighter who is a parent of someone who is a similar age as someone who has died, I can't even imagine what that is like.
They definitely see a lot of things that the average person doesn't see. I remember when I was working in my first market, one of the fire chiefs in that area was talking about the importance of mental health, and he was talking about how certain firemen have seen people decapitated or they've seen child deaths, and some of them unfortunately didn't get the help that they needed. And he shared the story of one man who actually ended up losing his job. He ended up, losing his family just because his mental health took a toll.
Plus, it's a tough job too with odd hours, and you're away from family. You're not going to be there for all the moments too, and so that's all important to take care of.
It's a good thing to highlight, Jalen.
Absolutely.
Great story.